Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today is, if I look in the right camera mode, never really knowing these things, today is November 22nd, and we are just a couple days away from Thanksgiving. Greg Angelo here with you. I have not been on a video in a while. A lot of stuff going on. No excuses, quite frankly, but we are working our way through this real estate market, the ups and downs that we have, our transactions, some of the what we call our put it mildly, confrontations on different sides of reasoning and getting through the transaction and all of that. But very grateful, nevertheless, that we are moving forward. We do our daily grind every single day. We keep at it. We keep getting through the forest, walking through step by step, because we have a goal and a plan that we want to accomplish. So those of you who know me, with our team, with eXp Realty and with the offices of LLC, with Brock and his planning session that he had done not too long ago. So there's a number of things that are going to be happening in 2023, talking about other ways of getting into the coaching platform that he has developed, and also other ways to grow in your real estate business. So we do encourage you to see all the stuff that we're going to be doing in our social media. Mostly Brock is the one that's going to be, he's running all of those things and all those different, either the webinars or different sort of sessions that you can be part of to learn and grow what's going to happen in 2023. But quite frankly, you should pretty much already have a plan prepared for it. I mean, we're getting right into the holiday season here. And so many people have already put together their plan of attack, call it that, for 2023 a month or two ago. If you haven't, you still have time. So we do encourage you to go on our social media. We'll have some links there for you to get that on. Haven't done a podcast in a while, but I'm going to be looking at getting into a couple other ones right now. It does take up some of my time to schedule it. Again, there's no excuse for it, but it does take up time to get those things done when I have other business that I'm trying to do. But Raised on Real Estate has been doing pretty well. We've gotten quite a number of people that have been clicking on it. We've got a lot more downloads now than we've had in the past, and we appreciate that. We appreciate those of you who checked it out. I am working on a couple of other things that I would like to bring forward into 2023 with the platform. And I will be talking to a company about how we can move the podcast, which is not hard to do, from a recorded, that's pretty much what podcasts are. They're recorded. Some do it on Zoom live. They do it live, or they do it on YouTube. But you can't have music. You can have non-copyrighted music, but you can't have copyrighted music on either YouTube or Facebook, because they'll block it. So there's a way to get around that, and there's a way to have the podcast live with music without being a copyright infringement. And so I'm looking into that to get that done. And that's pretty much it. So hope that you and your family are doing well, that things have been going well for you throughout this time and this season, and that Thanksgiving that is approaching us, that at least in our hearts, that we are grateful. We're grateful for what we have. Some of us may have less than others. We know that, but nevertheless, we should be grateful for what we have, for what God has given us. I spoke to a friend of mine not too long ago who shared with me a story that he was over in another part of the world on a missions trip, and someone had asked him like something about what his job is or what does he do in the United States, and he basically said that he was retired and that he does missions. He goes to missions work. This is part of his. It's not his job. Well, you can look at it from a Christian perspective. I mean, you could say that it is, but he was doing this, on his own. And so the person that he was talking to that was in that country looked at him and said, like, retirement, like, what is that? Like, what does that mean? Like, how does that work? Explain to me what that means. And he's like, well, we get to a certain point when we work a number of years, and then, our government, United States, we have Social Security, we receive money every month for a number of years, from the work that we've done or saved, from that sort of thing. And so this person said, well, we just work. We have to work so we can have what we have. And so he came away from that, obviously with knowing that there's people in this world that just don't have the things that we have here. And a lot of times we take those things for granted. And that's why it's very important when you go out of your circle, you go out of your comfort zone and talk to people who are not like us, who you'll get a much different perspective of why we cherish the things that we cherish in this country the way that we do, when others are saying, we don't have those things. We don't have access to those things. So that's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for not only my family and to be able to celebrate with them what we're thankful for, but to know that we have and been given from the beginning of this foundation of this country what these people who sacrificed their lives so that we can have the freedoms that we have today. And I think that's very important to keep that in mind. I know that those are things that are not void of us, but we need to remind ourselves. And I think it's eye-opening when we talk to other people that are, like I said, are unlike us where they live in other parts of the world, who have no concept of what it is like to live here in the United States and what we have. So I wish you and your family and all those around you a wonderful Thanksgiving. Appreciate you. Always here for you. Reach out to me. You need anything, you need to talk, have a business issue, anything else, feel free to reach out. I'm here for you. All right. Take care.